The next step is amending the soil. And what I do is I do a little bit of compost. We'll do a video on how much compost to use. We're going to do a little bit of compost and a little bit of chicken manure. And the reason I like chicken manure so much is typically it is a 4-4-4. Anything more than that, sometimes you end up having to be a chemist to figure out how you poison your plants. We'll do a video on fertilizing as well. But I like a 4-4-4 because it's better to under-fertilize than over-fertilize. If you over-fertilize your plants, it's, you know, sometimes it's just game over and there's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes you can't even plant in that area for the rest of that season, depending on how bad it is. But we'll go ahead and do a compost and a chicken fertilizer. And what I recommend is putting on clothes, long sleeve, long pants, some boots, and maybe a hat, dust mask if you're sensitive to it. And essentially you are going to stink after you put chicken manure out, especially if you do a lot. You're going to stink. So do that. We're going to go ahead and put some compost and some manure down. So I used way more compost on this little tiny bed than I need to, but we had a little bit extra, so we're going to go ahead and use it. So now we're going to put the fertilizer on it again, using organic. This is I believe a 4-4-4 chicken manure, and basically what I tell people to do, there is directions on the back, you can follow those will help out a lot, but I just tell people to pepper it. Think about eggs or something like that you're going to put spices on, pepper. You just pepper the ground and you'll see it. You already see the old ground with the new compost, and you're going to pepper this out.
Whoa. Why do you have to use a lot, Daddy?
Nope.
You don't?
Now it's usually easiest to use a cup. Here, I already spilt a whole bunch. I spilt a whole bunch of compost in one spot. Now I'm going to have to spread that out a bit. That's okay. We're going to take our garden weasel. Quick tip, with any tool you use, if you take it from one plot to the next, let somebody borrow it, make sure you get rid of whatever's on there, because whatever was in that plot is coming to this plot. So our big plot, anything in the big plot is coming here, and anything from the small plot is going up to the big plot. So it's important to clean the tools. So you'll see here the ground is very mixed up with new compost. You can see here it is lightly peppered with chicken manure. Does not need much. The other thing you want to think about when you're doing your bed is how I'm going to get it into this. Now in these beds we don't mind too much about fertilizing and putting compost down in other areas, because we're always shifting where the beds are. On the big plot, however, we are very careful not to get fertilizer or compost on the walkways, because it's basically a waste. Here is our finished bed. It's all tilled up, ready to go. Now if you guys have any questions about any particular plants or anything that you're doing, or how to prep beds or anything that you're doing, definitely let me know, and I'll try and touch base on the questions that you have. Feel free to hit the share button, like button, share these videos with your friends. It really does help me out. Hopefully that helped you guys out. We'll talk to you later.